Let's go live to our anchor Gareth Edwards, who's in Rethabiseng, close to the area of Bronkhorstspruit this morning. Gareth, we know this trouble has been going on for days now. Where is the mayor in all of this?
Joanne, welcome back to, as you rightly said, a fairly quiet area, this informal settlement behind me being Rethabiseng, but many people here are asking that exact same question. Not only where is the mayor in all of this today, where has the mayor been since these protests began? We are hearing from our reporters, Rethabiseng and Lorenzo Temba. Both of them are in areas surrounding my current location. They're telling me that we are expecting the Tshwane mayor to arrive a little bit later in Bronkhorstspruit itself. It's some 5 kilometers to my right-hand side. The main city centre of Bronkhorstspruit, if you will, the main CBD. That's with the court case of 31 people arrested for inciting violence and destruction of public property are going to be appearing later. We understand the mayor is going to make some sort of appearance there. It's unclear at this stage whether or not he's going to be making any kind of statement to either the protesters or the media that are going to be descending on Bronkhorstspruit to cover this particular court case.
Gareth, when we spoke earlier, there was a visible police presence on the ground. I think you mentioned about 5 squad cars in that general area. Does that presence remain visible right now?
In fact, Joanne, just before coming on air with you now, we'd actually seen a flurry of activity. There's no apparent reason as to why that is. There certainly has been no movement from the informal settlement behind me. I'm just looking to my left. We have one rather angry resident who's decided he's going to arrive and show his frustration. He's throwing one of the water bottles around in the area. He's been hanging around the whole morning, but I'm afraid he's the only one that what looks like 7 or 8 police cars are watching at the moment. They have arrived en masse in the last couple of minutes. It's not clear as to why though, Joanne, because we're hearing from Rethabiseng, which is about 5 kilometers just away from here, that in fact there is more cause for police to be there. That's because you mentioned the clinic, which has been burnt down. You also mentioned the situation regarding a community hall, but that is where that house was burnt down this morning. We've now recently learnt as well that there was a couple inside the house with an 11-year-old child inside when the protesters began throwing stones and also burning the house down. Luckily, they did get out alive. They did tell my colleague Rethabiseng that they think they were targeted because they were called spies and traitors for not taking part in the burning down of the city hall. So that is where, at least for the moment, the police presence and police interest does seem to be. But from where we are for the moment, police are still very much here, but no real concern for any danger at the moment.
Gareth, we also know the court action against protesters was to have started this morning. Is it well underway?
No, it's been postponed for the moment. It's unclear for how long. From what I understand, it is still going to go ahead today. You're referring to the Bronkhorstspruit Magistrates Court. We are hearing there's a heavy police presence there. So those who have been arrested and charged are going to be appearing today, we understand. Some 31 people of the 50 that were arrested for the original protest action, just where I'm standing now, are going to be appearing on charges of arson and public violence. It's been postponed. It's unclear how long, but we are expecting it to take place today. We'll let you know as soon as we've heard from Lorenzo Temba, who's also at the court at the moment.
Gareth Edwards, thanks very much for putting us in the picture from Rethabiseng in Bronkhorstspruit.
Know more about your world.
enca.com